Quick little warning before this video begins, there are going to be potential spoilers for Jurassic World 2. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot with yet another Jurassic World 2 exciting news video. Now I had no intentions of doing a video today, not even a Jurassic World 2 video. I wasn't going to do a video today. It's Sunday, it's my day off, but we have exciting new images to look at, and I think this is going to keep happening at the moment. You know, we know filming's occurring, the directors and the producers are putting out more images. We're going to have a lot to talk about over the coming months as we build up to the reveal of Jurassic World 2. So what have we got to look at today? Well, a man called Frank Marshall, the producer for Jurassic World 2, tweeted out a new image of his chair and Crowley's chair and Trevor's chair, basically like a little director's kind of set at the film. But the most important thing is what is in the background. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the photo right now. The first thing you're going to see is this rather large theropod dinosaur sitting behind them. Now, to me, this looks like an exhibition. It doesn't look like a real life dinosaur. It doesn't look like it's meant to be alive. You know, an animatronic wouldn't really look like this. You know, that's not really how it'd be designed. So that's probably a statue. Based on the window behind and the general formation of the room, I think this is the museum that we've already seen from that image of the girl standing in front of the Triceratops or Triceratops hybrid, as it probably is. The image of Lucy in that room filled with dinosaur skeletons. This may well be the same room, and that would make a lot of sense. You know, you go to most museums these days, and yes, they'll have a lot of fossils and stuff like that, but they will also have sort of real life equivalent exhibits made to look like real life scenes with fake creatures or stuffed creatures, etc, etc, etc. This could be a stuffed dinosaur, who knows? There's a lot of speculation about what this dinosaur could be. I think given the prominent feature in this picture that maybe it's going to hold an important role in the thing. Anyway, I don't think they'd have this model of a dinosaur so prominent in this photo, and obviously it's going to probably be in the actual film itself, otherwise, you know, why build it? I don't think they'd have that if the dinosaur itself wasn't going to feature. I think this is a hybrid. I don't think there's a real world equivalent to this dinosaur. Some people have suggested concavenator, but the hump just is not nearly pronounced enough. The sail is too long and elongated to be a concave. The Metriacanthosaurus is another decent shout, but again, I think it would require some form of surgery to get it to this point. I think this could be a number of different hybrids, a number of different Jurassic theropods, basically. And the spine sort of frill that we're seeing on the back maybe isn't indicative of what this creature originally was. It could be something completely different that's been changed slightly. However, we know that there was a Metriacanthosaurus embryo in the original Jurassic Park, and on the Jurassic World website they do have a page about the Metriacanthosaurus. I'm going to go ahead and show you the image of that as well. So Metriacanthosaurus does have quite a lot of leeway behind it, and you know what's really exciting about this, and I mentioned this in the past video, I specifically wished they would do something like this. This is kind of like a medium tier carnivorous theropod. Now, from what we know about this film, it's going to be much more intimate and dark and probably smaller in scale in general. A smaller main threat would make a lot more sense. It's quite hard to create a tense, nervous, claustrophobic atmosphere if, say, it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex hunting you down, or an Indominus Rex hunting you down, or a Spinosaurus hunting you down. Because it's such a large barreling creature, it's more prone to big epic action sequences than it is to ever a small intimate hunting kind of sequence, you know, like lost in a little building, maybe lost in the museum, get hunted by this Metriacanthosaurus. That'd be really cool. Now, that is not the only interesting thing about this image. Underneath the Metriacanthosaurus, and they pointed this out, there's actually an image of a Tyrannosaurus Rex just on the left. I'm going to zoom in and highlight that like we're on bloody CSI. There's an image of a T-Rex. Now, whether that's Rexy or not, probably not, because, like I said, these are probably not animatronics. These are probably not live like that. These are probably not real dinosaurs. Well, obviously, these are probably not real dinosaurs in the film. These are probably statues in the museum, probably in the same museum we saw Lucy in. Now, maybe this is Rexy, and what it is like a tribute to Rexy from the makers of this museum, like saying, hey, this T-Rex did all this stuff and saved the world in Jurassic World when that happened and stuff like that. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe this is a monument to Rexy, because I've said multiple times that Rexy may die in this film. Now, I just want to clarify again, so people keep commenting this on all the videos, so I just want to 100% say this. Rexy is going to be in this film. Colin Trevorrow confirmed Rexy is back. So the presence of a Tyrannosaurus Rex is really intriguing in this photo. There appears to be both a human in the shot, which may not be important, maybe the dude taking the photo if you look towards the window, but also another dinosaur just underneath the lower end of the Metriacanthosaurus' tail. It looks to me like a hadrosaur of some form, however it does have a kind of like a concavenator style thing on its back, or it could very well be a stegoceratops kind of thing on its back, a sail, spiky kind of thing. It looks potentially like a hybrid again. It's very interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on in this image. It's quite hard to kind of get into it. And if you look to the far right, you can actually see a ribcage and a spine like a skeleton, which again kind of suggests we are in that same museum, and that maybe this is just another part of the same place. I suspect, if I'm going to speculate wildly about this for a moment, that what will happen is early on in the film, Lucy, this little girl, is going to walk through the museum, and she's going to see the stegoceratops, if that's what it is, or whatever the hell it is, this Metriacanthosaurus potentially hybrid. She might see the Rexy, and she'll see this hadrosaur, and it'll finish on Rexy. And what that'll be, it'll be the film's way of kind of suggesting the dinosaurs that are going to appear later on in the film. You know, here's some, like a highlight reel of what's to come, basically. You know, here's some really exciting things to look forward to, highlighting how terrifying this Metriacanthosaurus potentially hybrid looks. You know, she'll turn around, it'll be in her face, and she'll be scared by it. And then later on, when she actually has to deal with it, it'll flash back to that, and blah, 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 blah. Obviously all speculation, but I really think, given the prominent position of this Metriacanthosaurus hybrid, and I'm going to just call it that, we don't know what it is, I'm going to suggest that's what it is. I think it's going to have a very prominent role, and that is so exciting. Like I said, we needed a smaller theropod to make a darker, more intimate film. Something to hunt them down and make it terrifying. Rexy's still going to be prominent. I suspect we may still have a bigger threat of some form, but this is cool. And what Jurassic Park really needs is new blood, proper new blood, instead of just one big bad added every film, Indominus Rex or Spinosaurus. We need little, smaller, even less impactful dinosaurs to round out the universe. We need more species and variation. I understand that it takes quite a lot of man hours and money to produce even one new dinosaur. You know, the modelling and rigging, animation, texturing, blah blah blah, getting it into the film. That's a lot of resources expended, but it really rounds out the universe and makes it much more full and interesting, particularly to us who don't watch these films just because we really like the franchise or they're cool action films, but those of us who truly love dinosaurs. It's an extra little thing for us, and I think this is a really, really good sign for that. So I am even more excited. Before we go, I know I've done a lot of these videos lately, but things keep happening. I've only got one more video planned right now anyway, and that's one we were going to do anyway. That's going to be the, you know, what you guys wanted to see in Jurassic World 2. You gave me loads of great answers. We're going to do a video on that at some point in the next week. But other than that, I don't really have anything planned, so I'm kind of just jumping on all these images because I'm so excited, I can't help it. But thank you very much for joining me as per usual. Speculate wildly down below. What do you think this dinosaur is? What do you think the other two dinosaurs are? What does it all mean? Who knows? We shall find out when Jurassic World 2 comes out next year, or more likely when it all gets leaked down the line. Thank you for joining me. Cheers, much love, as always. Bye bye.